there, how are you guys? So, welcome back to the Masterpiece segment. Guys, it's been a while since my last one. The last one I did was for The Strangers back in March, so it's been a few months since then. Figured I'd dive right back into this segment again because this is one of my favorite segments on my channel, and I just love discussing movies that are my all-time favorites. So, and we are doing yet again another horror film, and it's going to be for Ginger Snaps, guys. This is one of the best werewolf films, if not the best werewolf film ever. So before we get started, guys, first and foremost, I want to show you guys something really cool. Yeah, this will be pretty neat to show you, so I figured why not do it. So, let's do it. Look at that right there. That is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer t-shirt right there, and it looks so amazing, and it just looks so sweet. I'm so glad I have it, so... But yep, looks absolutely fantastic. I love this t-shirt so much, guys. It looks epic. It looks so cool. Yeah, because if you guys don't know, I am a humongous, ginormous Buffy fan. I've seen every single episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love the show so much. In fact, they actually, well, the entire cast of Buffy the Vampire Slayer just celebrated their 20th anniversary back in March of this year. So that was really cool. I figured why not wear this shirt because it's still 2017. It's still the 20th anniversary, so figured why not. So yeah, I figured that would be just really cool to show you guys. So in Ginger Snaps, there's these two sisters, creepy sisters, Ginger and Bridget, and they have this fascination with death. You know, they just love death. And since they have this fascination for death, they decide to to form this pact that whoever dies, one of them die, they die together. They make this pact, it's basically a promise that they make together. And so whenever that day comes, they will die together. One night, Ginger and Bridget go on their way to go kidnap a dog at night. And while they're doing that, they get attacked by a creature that appears to be a werewolf. And spoiler alert, Ginger gets mauled and bit by the werewolf. And there you go, that's a synopsis of the film. For some odd and weird reason, I have never mentioned Ginger Snaps on my channel before, and that is really unacceptable considering the fact that I have done a horror tag video 2 years ago. A humongous sin because I have loved Ginger Snaps for many years, and I have no idea why I have never, it has never come up one time in any of my videos ever. So this video is definitely making up for that. I feel like a complete idiot for not mentioning one of my favorite horror movies ever. It is by far the best horror film involving werewolves, considering the fact that I have never seen The Howling, but that's a video for another day. I will say that there's a lot of people that don't really consider Ginger Snaps a great work of art, but I do. In my opinion, I do think that Ginger Snaps is a great work of art and is such a masterpiece of a film. And I really do think it's highly underrated. And, you know, the reason for that is because, for me, what makes Ginger Snaps such a great work of art and a great masterpiece in of itself is the fact that the uncomfortability that it has, and that putting you in a really dark place that you really don't want to be a part of. Really does put you in a really uncomfortable situation that you just don't want to be in. You know, it's a really horrible situation that you don't want to be in. Just to give you like a really good idea of what I'm talking about here is that there's one scene that involves a red pen, hint, and let's just say that, wow, like I did not see that scene coming. Even though it's not actually a red pen, but you have to see the film to know exactly what I'm talking about here. You just have to watch it. You just have to watch it. I can't spoil it for you. Cannot spoil the scene for you. You just have to watch it for yourself. Just that scene alone just made me feel so uncomfortable, but in a really good way. And that's what a horror film should do, is to put you in that dark place, in that really uncomfortable situation. And it's just really hard to watch too. I mean, even though I've seen this movie quite a bit of times, it still gives me goosebumps every time I see it. And yeah, it still gives me just chills. Very well done and incredibly well shot too. Yeah, I don't know how they did that scene, but it was mind-blowing for the time. You know, when I first saw it, I was freaked out for the first time. It really does fit the whole tone of it. It's a very dark tone, and it really puts you in that dark position. And that's what I really do love about Ginger Snaps. It just has that gothic feeling and just that darkness that it has. It's really terrifying. I really have to admit that. I really did get invested into both of these characters because Katharine Isabelle and Emily Perkins, they work so well together with these two characters, Ginger and Bridget. They work so well. Ginger and Bridget seriously have a seriously strong relationship between each other as sisters, and they really would do anything for each other to protect each other. And that's what I love and can really appreciate about Ginger Snaps. I praise the director, and I love the writing. The screenplay is just excellent. I think the director's name is John something. I don't exactly remember the last name of his name, but yeah, it's John. And the writer is Karen something. I just don't remember. The writing and the directing is just genius. Is absolutely just phenomenal. Now we all can see that Ginger is really good at looking after her younger sister Bridget, and that Bridget is really good at looking after her older sister Ginger. Bridget is dealing with this constant bully at school, and that Ginger is she's on the bridge at becoming a werewolf. She's turning into one. She's transforming into a werewolf. She's on that bridge, and she's like getting ready to break as soon as that full moon hits. And Ginger is in such denial about it, and we all can see that, well, us the horror fans, that is. We all can see that Ginger is in such denial that she's becoming a werewolf. Bridget notices off the bat that she is becoming a werewolf because she's constantly growing a tail. She's growing like hair out of her scars that are healing super quickly, which is so not normal. Just abnormal, actually. No one should be growing hairs out of their scars that are healing so quickly that fast. But, yeah, that's a very, very quick heal, and, that's not normal, And you shouldn't be growing a tail from your bottom, but great. It's amazing. I just love this movie so much. There is just a lack of a better word, a lack of a better term to describe Ginger Snaps, because it's so good. It's such a good film, and I love it so much. I've loved it for many years. Love the relationship that Katharine Isabelle and Emily Perkins have in this movie. It's just so good. So I cannot forget to mention the werewolf transformations for Ginger when she actually becomes the werewolf itself, when she transforms into one. It looks so good. The special effects for the werewolf that Ginger becomes, it looks so amazing, even today in 2017. So, and this movie came out in 2000 to 2001, I believe. So, yeah, that's quite a bit of time. It's quite a bit, so that's quite a bit of a time gap, during that time period. So, of course, it's going to actually still hold up in 2017, but that's 17 years ago, 16 years ago. So, yeah, so it looks good still. It looks really amazing. It looks just terrific, in my opinion. So, yeah, a lot of people would probably disagree with that, but hey, that's just my opinion, so yeah. And there's a lot of blood and gore, and it looks so terrific as well. Just gotta love the Screen Factory Blu-ray releases because they just look so cool. They really put a lot of effort into their Blu-rays and making them look so good. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like this cover a little bit more than the theatrical poster that they had for Ginger Snaps back in the day. So, yeah. Yeah, you just gotta love the Blu-rays for Screen Factory because they do just great work over there. So, yeah, and there is Ginger in her werewolf form. So, that's actually a pretty good shot of it, too. And it's not focusing, but hey, whatever. But yeah, you can really tell that Ginger is acting super strange and super weird near the second and third act of the film because she's constantly being over guys at school. She's being really sexual with a lot of guys at school and just being all over them, smelling their flesh and, wanting to, take their blood and everything and just, claw and bite them and all that stuff because, she is a legit werewolf and she's about to be on the bridge of, transforming into a werewolf soon because the full moon is coming and, it's getting to that point and she's just acting very strange. She's constantly growing her tail back. She's cutting it off, but it keeps growing back. The tail, she's growing tons of muscular kind of bone areas and just I mean, there's just a lot of stuff going on in the second and third act. That's where stuff really, really gets juicy and just like that's when I mean that is where things get crazy. Is near the second and third act. That's where things really get crazy. So yeah, it is a joyride indeed. Just love the makeup effects for Ginger, and yeah, Katharine Isabelle just nailed it. Like as this character Ginger. Same thing I can say for Emily Perkins. She just nailed it as the character Bridget. Yeah, I love both of these characters so much. I think they're just phenomenal in this movie. I just love it. It's just great. I mean, there really is nothing more I can say about Ginger Snaps other than Ginger Snaps gets an A plus indeed. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Masterpiece segment. I am having a lot of fun doing it. It sure is a heck of a lot of fun. So just let me know if you guys want more of the Masterpiece segment to come back, because I'm actually working on quite a bit of stuff. So, and I will have more videos coming in the near future. Coming your way soon, probably next week or two, because I'm kind of busy at the moment. So I'm just kind of chilling at the moment and doing other things. So what did you guys think of Ginger Snaps? I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I will be sure to read that. I never leave you guys hanging. You guys all know that already. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video, guys. So until next time, everybody, take it easy, guys, and take care, everyone.